Welcome back, YouTube. Today we are doing something I'm kind of surprised we haven't done already, oxtail. So I've laid it out. You can see I have a full oxtail or cow's tail. And, well, most people don't have a bone saw. I have one, so I could cut this up myself, but it came like this, which is great. You can see that it's come sectioned off into various pieces. And, of course, there's a bone in the middle of each one. And then some meat and usually quite a bit of fat around the outside, especially on the bigger ones. So if we go to this, we'll see that here's our bone with some meat, and quite a bit of fat is riddled throughout. And this meat's really hard to get off the bone. It's really close to it. Usually people like to cook these slow and long so that the meat falls off the bone and is delicious and cooks in the fat. And we're going to do exactly that. So my wife, who's videotaping, makes excellent jerk chicken and jerk oxtail. But you know me, I'm not a big spice guy. So I'm just going to put this into the Instapot. And so I'm going to lay these into my pot here. And, well, you can't quite see it, I don't think, unless maybe my wife comes over above. I only put a little bit of water in, but because there's so many of these, it's going to bring the water up a little bit high. In fact, I might only maybe just dump a little bit out, but I've got some water in there. So I'm going to throw this, I'm going to throw this into the Instapot here. And we're going to slow cook it, or pressure cook it actually. Not slow cook it, but pressure cook it. And I'm going to do 2 hours. Hour 45 is probably fine. I'm going to do 2 hours because actually these are a little bit partially frozen. And so we'll see you again in 2 hours. Welcome back. So we've cooked our oxtail for 2 hours, and you can see I had quite a large oxtail. It was a whole tail. And this is now, it's been a long time, so this is going to flake off, and you'll see just how easily it comes off. Now, the bones will almost always have, if you cook them long enough, a little bit of a cap that is absolutely edible if you want to eat that. Even some of the smaller bones might now be edible. Let me just see if no. Maybe I could have cooked it a little longer to make that. So you could eat this if you wanted to. It really doesn't taste very good. You know, but bone has a lot of calcium and protein in it. So if you want more calcium and protein, you could eat that. I don't. Again, I've tried these things. Nothing wrong with them, but I tell not to eat them. But so that one little piece there has one little piece of oxtail meat, which is delicious, especially because it's been cooked in all that fat. And you can see it's still got, even that little tiny piece has a fair amount of fat on it. And it just disintegrates in my mouth because it's so tender and juicy with fat. So that was like not even a full bite, right? And so if I go through this, it looks like a big meal, but a lot of that is bone. Even if we go to this one, see just how much bone is in there. And, right, so I could eat that cap if I want. Wow, I can't even get it off, but just to kind of show you that it's edible. Right, yeah, it's not very good tasting. I'm not saying you should eat them. But these bones could be eaten as well. Some of them, at least if they're soft enough. And there's how much meat was on that piece. So kind of 2 forkfuls. And again, you can see how much fat is there. Anyway, super delicious. I'm sure many of you have tried oxtail. Anyone who's tried my wife's oxtail will say she makes it better than me since she adds spices and lots of other things. But this is great. This is going to be my dinner. Have a great night, everyone.